Hello, everybody, and welcome to the podcast, the Moonraker Blabbering podcast, with me and Lee.
Yeah, episode 1.
Episode 1. So what
Yeah,
is this
man.
podcast? So it's us two, me and Lee. We're both English people, and we're
English
going to talk about a bunch of crap.
for no reason really, but it's fun, isn't it?
Yeah. So first start, if you don't know what a Moonraker is, a Moonraker is a person from Wiltshire, and only Lee's from Wiltshire.
Yeah,
I'm not from Wiltshire.
This dude Harry is not Wiltshire. No,
I'm not a Moonraker.
he's not a Moonraker, man. Do you want to say where you are from?
No.
It's a mystery.
No, I'm from Bristol.
Okay, Bristolian man. Right, so this is something.
But yeah, anyway, we're just going to talk about stuff and memes. And memes and show, hopefully in future episodes, we're going to get some musical artists on to talk about some of their music or something. But let's start with a bit about ourselves, I guess. We're both music fans, and we made a podcast. That's enough you need to know. Let's get on with this.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's righteous, man.
So,
I keep speaking in a funny voice. I should do my normal voice. Here we go.
So anyway, so looking at this article we got here from BBC News, T-Mobile might be breaching some US laws at the moment.
Yeah, breaking some net neutrality laws. I really don't know much about this story, to be honest.
Yeah, so I'll try and explain it to you guys a bit, and to Lee as well.
Beyond the confines of the article, I don't know. But yeah, okay, go on.
Yeah, so I'll read what it says here. US net neutrality rules instituted last year were designed to protect the open internet. They mean that broadband cannot slow down users' connections unless the customer pays more, nor can the firms strike deals with content companies to prioritize delivery of their material. Now, basically, what they're saying here is that what T-Mobile are doing is that they're starting a new contract in America. And I'm not sure about the UK, but they're starting a new contract which is going to be completely unlimited everything. It's going to be called... What's it going to be called? It's going to be called T-Mobile One. And basically what they're saying is it's only going to include standard definition video. It's not going to be HD. You have to pay extra if you want to watch HD video. So what they're saying here is that breaking those net neutrality laws?
Yeah, because essentially...
Because obviously if you're on a normal contract, you can watch HD video over your 3G or 4G or whatever. But I don't know, because they're limiting it so that you need to pay for HD. I think that definitely should classify as breaking those rules. But
essentially,
I guess we'll find out what happened there.
Yeah.
Carriers believe the FCC overstepped the mark by imposing the rules. But I don't know. What does it say here? In January, T-Mobile was accused of breaking net neutrality rules with its video streaming service Binge On. It included unlimited amounts of low-resolution video with partnered firms, but it claimed that the deal also affected the quality of other providers' videos, even if they were not a partner. But yeah, I don't know. Binge On was something they did before, just to clarify that. That's something they did in January. This is separate. But yeah, I mean, that's a thing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's peculiar.
I mean, I wonder what's really going to happen about it. I wonder if they're cancelling that now, or But by the seams of it, I guess he's apologised. I don't know.
I've not really got much to say on this topic because I'm essentially... I don't know much about it, but yeah. It's not on, is it?
Fair enough. But yeah, if you guys have opinions on it, make sure to leave a comment. I'm guessing you guys are going to be listening to this on SoundCloud because that's the only place we're uploading it at the moment. So if you don't have a SoundCloud account, feel free to create one. They're free, and you can comment your opinions on the podcast.
I don't even have one, but I should make one. I just use
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you need one. You need a SoundCloud account.
I'm not going to make anything of it, I don't think, but because it's not. It's just
You should
so
make one, though,
messy.
just so you can
So
comment
messy.
and stuff.
I guess, but it's so messy. You can't comment normally, though. You have to comment on a certain part of the song. I don't get that.
Yeah, but I mean, especially with something like this, where it's about a certain subject, that's useful.
It is, yeah.
I guess because you can show what subject you're talking about.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree. Essentially, but whether I just be using it for that purpose, it seems a bit extraneous. I don't know what I'm going to use it if I was to make one or what I'd use it for. So, yeah, you never know. So, this is still recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Shall we move on?
If you want, I mean, a lot of these topics I have nothing much to say about. I will admit, but because I've not read beyond the articles that Harry plucked out because I've not had time.
Don't worry, next time we're gonna find some more articles.
Yeah.
Like I found tons of like really techie ones today.
Hopefully more music
it's
ones.
Going to be more. Yeah, hopefully we'll get more music related as time goes on.
At the end of this, I'm going to mention some new albums that are coming out, and you're going to be kerfuffle, essentially.
Okay.
Okay, so what's next?
Yeah, so can political apps send more young people to the polls?
Yeah.
So basically, what this article on BBC is saying, young people between the ages of 18 and 35 make up about 31% of the eligible voting population in the US. So people between 18 and 35 aren't voting as much as people who are older. Although they frequently talk about politics online, as we noticed a lot with the EU referendum. There was a lot of politicians, a lot of people who were suddenly become politicians on Facebook.
Yeah, you know what they're like. He's privileged, right?
But for both sides, for Remain and Leave.
Yeah, these privileged young children suddenly becoming political experts after not showing any interest previously in their life. I know a few people like it, to be fair. Yeah.
But developers have created a new app targeting this age group. Basically, what they've done, the dating app Tinder.
Yeah, which is basically just a thing where you.
Yeah, basically, if you haven't heard of it, if you've been living under a rock.
Basically, it's a thing I've never used and I'm never going to. It's not going to work for me. Where you swipe left or right depending on whether you like their appearance or not, and then I think you just go from there. So that one, yeah.
Basically, what this is Tinder for politics. Basically, this app allows users to this app allows users to swipe left and right through a number of political candidates until they find the ideal match. That's what it says. So basically, it'll come up with a ton of politicians and their beliefs, and it'll go through it to find a politician that is like your beliefs, like the perfect politician. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. But you get the idea. I'll try and find the perfect politician for you, like who you should vote for, depending on your beliefs.
Is this? Yeah. Is this local elections or general elections or America, whatever?
I think I can see Hillary Clinton in the photo.
Oh, okay. Explains that, I guess.
So probably.
Yeah, it will essentially be. I say I don't know what's called America, but general elections.
But yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's an interesting idea, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Might try and get more people voting because let them know a bit more about.
Essentially, there's too many. I think it'd be it's a shame not enough young people are interested in politics. Essentially, on the grounds that they're selling themselves out. Essentially, I mean, I'd like the voting age.
It would be.
I mean,
if the people in the voting age, they're allowed to vote. It
was moved down to 16 at least. But then again, I don't really. Everyone, a lot of people I know on the internet.
That's another subject, though, isn't it?
No, I'm saying, but they have a strong interest in politics.
Right. Yeah. I have quite
no one in real life
strong interest as well.
It doesn't even, really, essentially, that's no problem. I mean, not a problem,
Yeah.
It's fair concern. But
what do you reckon? Viewers? Do you reckon that 16 and 17-year-olds should be allowed to vote? Write in the comments.
I think too many people bemoan the older generation now in their elections. I don't think that's quite fair, to be fair. It's not as if it's little. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what do you think? Also, what do you think? What do you think about this idea, though? Do you reckon this will get more people voting who aren't interested in voting, but aren't, people who aren't really interested? Do you reckon this will make more people vote?
Yeah.
Significantly. Do you reckon this is going to take off?
Well, we'll see. The thing is, I personally don't think it's going to take off in the slightest.
It's probably not going to become a massive thing, but I don't know. It could. You never know, I guess.
It's a gimmick because it's not. Essentially taking two different. Let's be honest. If you're on Tinder, there's a good chance you're not really going to be that bothered. The idea of political Tinder, I'm not. I don't find it personally. It's interesting, but
it's definitely interesting. Let us know what you think of it in the comments.
Yeah. BBC iPlayer.
Yeah, so we got something here about BBC iPlayer. Basically, there was some claims, apparently, that there would be vans, not the shoes, not the white vans. Back at it again with the white vans. No, there would be like TV detection vans that would capture data from private Wi-Fi networks to find out if you had a TV license or not and you were using BBC iPlayer. BBC have now said that that's false, which is not very surprising, to be honest. I haven't heard about this before, what these rumors or claims or whatever, but that's pretty interesting. But basically, BBC is described as inaccurate claims by the Telegraph that the broadcaster will use a TV detective vans capable of capturing information from private Wi-Fi networks to discover people watching iPlayer without a TV license.
See, my issue here is the internet is separate from television. I mean, unless I'm mistaken, it's BBC. Obviously, BBC is, it's license funded, but it's television. It's really television, BBC television. And I mean, unless I'm mistaken, you don't have a license for FM radio, do you? So, I'm not mistaken. So basically, the internet is another venture for them. As much as television is what you're paying for. Radio, you don't. So you shouldn't. If they're going to put their shows on the internet, then that's a sacrifice they have to make. Essentially, I think that's what I'm.
Right. I kind of have. I'm going to say I have to disagree with you on that.
Go on then.
Before I say about that, though, I'm just going to say basically, in September, what they're planning to do, because at the minute, I remember when I was a lot younger and I first started using iPlayer and I got a new laptop and I went on iPlayer, is that simply it's not that hard to use iPlayer without a TV license. Like literally, it's just a yes or no, and you click yes or no to do you have a TV license. Last time I checked it, it's really not that. It's not that hard at all.
Yeah.
But basically, I think in September they're going to make it harder to do that. I think they're gonna. I guess they're just gonna make it easier to you're gonna have to prove you have a TV license. Maybe, I don't know.
I guess, but I just don't think it's. I don't know. I don't agree because.
Yeah. So back
you
to
can
that.
Watch. The thing is, with most modern TVs, you can watch iPlayer on the television. Anyway, it's if you're putting it on the internet, stop pretending that kind of the license should apply there as well, because you're not. It doesn't. You're not. It's just. It's not. Losing my words.
I kind of see what you're saying there.
Yeah, I'm half asleep, but yeah, basically, thing is, television is the license. That's what you're paying for. So what we're showing on television, you're funding that essentially. Well, you are, and you're funding their production and so forth. Now, if they want to go put that on the internet, then sure, but just you can't. The internet is not license funded. So obviously you pay for your
right. I kind of get what you're saying, but I got kind of probably 2 points against that.
Yeah.
So
it's like me yesterday.
The thing is,
against got Blur and Radiohead and Guided by Voices.
But basically, the thing is, they are putting it on the website, but that's just as another place to go to. So if you if you're away from your TV,
but if
you could.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you shouldn't actually having to be this whole story about the tax bans and so forth, because even if you're essentially using your laptop as backup, really, if you're going to go see your shows on the internet when someone doesn't have a television, then that's your own fault.
Right, but in my opinion, it's more of a convenience thing.
Yeah, it's convenience.
An actual place to go and stream it.
It's convenience, but it's a different medium altogether. So it completely sits outside their license funding. So I don't get it at all.
But my second point, what about like Netflix and that?
Yeah, but that's not.
Are you like some of these shows are on TV? Are you saying you shouldn't have to pay for Netflix?
No, because they're not. That's buying. Essentially, you're buying. You pay for Netflix. You're already buying them. You bought something that wasn't just on TV in the last week, are you? You're actually buying a full box set or whatever.
Right.
Essentially the same with catch up on like box sets on television. Same thing. Where you can get Netflix on television.
I see what you're saying. So you're paying for that. Obviously, if you don't have a TV, you can still use Netflix, right? If you don't have a TV license. I'm going to Google this right now.
That's not television. That's not.
I would have exactly. Yeah, I would have thought maybe then.
It's like it's actually the same thing as owning a DVD, isn't it? Television
That's true then.
Television is
You've got a bit of a point there then. Yeah, you've kind of flipped that background on me.
Netflix is not television because it's films and box sets. It's not the latest television. It's not the last week in television. That's what I play with.
Right.
So,
I get you.
Yeah, Netflix is essentially a ginormous blockbuster video on the internet. I think that was a thing we did, wasn't it? Blockbuster. I don't remember that.
Blockbuster was like a DVD rental.
No, I'm sure we had like an online movie thing that failed.
Oh right. What BBC?
No, Blockbuster. No, I don't remember, to be honest. I might be speaking to him.
I don't know.
Someone.
But I mean, I don't know, because the thing about iPlayer is it's catch-up TV, so...
Yeah, it's catch-up TV, but you can catch up on the television with the iPlayer.
Right.
So I don't think...
Right, but we're talking about using the iPlayer over the internet.
Yeah, I know, that's what I mean.
On your computer.
That's what I mean.
Aren't we?
By essentially taking it out of the television medium, you're sacrificing the whole license. So I'll keep saying that over and over again. But I'm not...
I mean, it's just the same...
This is
in my opinion, you're watching the same thing.
I'm not speaking about things I'm expertise on. That's the whole idea,
right.
Isn't it?
But you're watching the same thing, but you're just watching it on a different device.
Yeah. But a different device completely sits out, outside boundaries.
But obviously, it's the exact same media as you're watching on your television. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's not depending on the actual individual content. It's the fact that it's a different medium. It's a laptop. It's a phone or whatever. It's not a television. Television, you pay to keep your television. That's just it.
Right.
I mean,
well, you don't pay for you pay for your...
You pay for your license.
Right.
Yeah. It's not like with internet and phone where you're paying for the broadband or whatever like that. You're literally paying. If you don't pay your license, then you get your television taken away. So it's not.
I don't know.
It's. I'm not finding the right words there because I'm half asleep. But essentially, BBC television is it's funded. It's a what's the word? It's a television license, and as such, broadcasting receiving license. Yeah, it's not advertising in government and so forth. It's not. It doesn't fit in because it's. I'm half asleep, Harry. But yeah, you know what I mean. People know out there.
Yeah.
If they disagree,
I don't know then. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know about that one, to be honest.
Well, essentially, yeah. I don't know. I might be
it's a
completely
tough
wrong
debate.
here. I might be completely wrong here because I know that maybe internet is still in television license. I don't think it should be, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So, yeah, satellite and terrestrial television, cable television, and satellite television. Keyword here being television.
Right.
Is the crown dependencies.
But the thing is, we're in a more of a modern age, aren't we? Like, what is television anymore?
Well, television's television. But if you're going to put, I don't know. Maybe there is an internet license, internet license, but I don't think there should be. But I don't. For television, live television on the internet will catch up.
Well, it's just TV license, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think this is an endless argument. I'm not really going anywhere.
Yeah,
it's
going to carry on forever. Let's move on.
I'm not saying the same thing over and over again. I'm being really ignorant.
Yeah. So this is probably our favourite one of this whole.
I can actually talk about this one and not
this whole podcast.
Maybe I don't know. It's just a chat.
You can talk about this one, sure.
This is a chat. This isn't like a script of it.
Yeah, it's not like a proper debate.
Yeah.
Like we're just having a chat and recording it.
We're having a chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sounding really ignorant. But here we go. So next one is there's been a poll by the BBC. I say, was it a poll or was it? Yeah, it was a poll.
Was it by the BBC?
I don't know. I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was. Why don't you go on the article and find out? Why will? Hold on, I'll do it. Yeah.
I know, but it was a poll.
Yeah, here we go. I'm going on it now. So
okay. It doesn't really say near the top.
It doesn't, no.
But yeah.
I've seen it, but I saw it on my on the other Guardian that posted it or something like that. But
okay.
This poll was it was compiled by Radio Times critics and members of the BFI, British Film Institute, who did great list of the BFI 100, which I recommend you look at. Which was so it was a short list. So they were only allowed to pick out of so many shows. They weren't given the option to vote for just literally any sitcom of 2000.
Right.
Have you even explained what the poll is yet? Basically, the best British sitcom of the 21st century.
Yeah.
And
do you guys know what won?
Yeah. Well, do you know what won? Only the critically panned, god-awful, in my opinion, Mrs. Brown's Boys, which is...
Now, I've got to disagree with you saying it's god-awful. I've seen a few episodes and I enjoyed it.
I just find it really...
I found it quite funny.
I'm not a fan of it. I find it really bad. It's watchable, but it's just a bit aimless. I mean, it's kind of aimed at it's a 70s homage with its Are You Being Served kind of... style.
Yeah,
and essentially,
I enjoy the show, but I don't think it should have gone number one.
No, it's not even. It's just, I mean, I know it plays to being dated, and obviously it has its gimmicks, the swearing and the fact that occasionally they break the fourth wall by showing the cock-ups.
Yeah,
the intended cock-ups with cameras and stuff. But Brendan O'Carroll is a bit of a neighbour. But
the list is here as well.
A lot of people love it. A lot of people are idiots. So
it is. In my opinion, it's a good show, but I don't reckon it should have gone number one.
I think it's really weak, but all right. Yeah. So basically, it's basically
we got the list here of all the sitcoms that were voted, all 20.
Top 20 of the result of the poll. Now, I've not seen all of them. I've seen most of them, though, I think. So number one was...
I've seen only a few of them.
All right. So Mrs. Brown's Boys, that horror show. Number two was The Office. Now I thought that, if someone told me there was going to be a poll, I would have thought that would have come out top, to be honest, because it's, David Brent, Life on the Road's just come out. It's clearly not a franchise that's waning in popularity, even 13 years after the TV series actually finished. There's still love for the characters, especially Brent, of course. But the show itself, a lot of people make it out to be groundbreaking. It was really. It took the mockumentary. It kind of. I don't know if it innovated it, but it was certainly, certainly inspired a lot more shows in its wake in that style. I mean, maybe it was the first. I don't know, but I mean, in Britain at least. But yeah, great show. The Office, classic. It is a classic. I mean, it was a bit like Fawlty Towers in the sense that it wasn't so successful to begin with, but it essentially its cold following spread its wings by the end of the first series at least. Number 3 is Peter Kay's Car Share. Now, I really don't. It's okay. I don't really get why people like it so much. In my opinion, Peter Kay sold out by releasing trash live outtake DVDs every year for Christmas. I mean, he goes on about Phoenix Nights. He doesn't allow it to be repeated on television. So he doesn't milk it, if you know what I mean. Well, he's essentially milking his stand-up by release. I mean, I don't think he does it much anymore, but certainly in the 2000s and early 2010s at least, he released the same live stand-up twice in 2 different venues. I think one was in Manchester and the other was in, I don't know, London or somewhere, but it was the same bloody show, released twice in 2 different packages. I don't think it was even mentioned. Yeah, it's kind of going off a tangent. Essentially, I don't think Peter Kay is, I think he's not kind of this icon that people make him out to be. Because I mean, he's funny and he's largely based on kind of northern observation, which might as well be a genre within itself. But when it comes to his television shows, I like Phoenix Nights, but that was earlier, and that's actually later on the list. But Car Share, it has its gimmick. It's essentially him and the girl, can't remember her name, and they're just chatting kind of in it about anything, about music on heart radio that they're playing, or about. So yeah, it's just the whole idea is it's kind of the bits in between. There's no plots to these episodes, essentially. It's just them driving in a car and speaking. Now, that's an interesting idea, and it's obviously very character-driven as a result, except, I mean, obviously it's not original. I mean, there's loads of stuff like that. But I think the royal family was kind of the pioneer, at least, in that respect, in the United Kingdom, at least. But Car Share, I don't know, it runs dry. I mean, I know it won the BAFTA for best sitcom, but then, I don't know. I'm not huge on it. Now, I don't think I've got anything else to say about that show. I mean, other than the fact that the woman's favourite album is Now 48. And that's kind of fun. Okay, now number 4 on the list is Count Arthur Strong, which I really like. Now, I'm surprised it even made a list because I didn't think it was up. I thought it was kind of a bit of a cult show, essentially, something that people catch on BBC 2. Actually, I think it's on BBC 1 now, so that might explain that. Right, so yeah, Count Arthur Strong. It's Graham Lineham's, after successes with Father Ted, Black Books, and the IT Crowd. This is essentially something he did with Steve Delaney, with the character of Arthur Strong, who is, I think he was actually been around since the 80s, but mostly on a kind of underground level. I think he'd made a few appearances on Radio 4 or whatever. And this is certainly the big step, essentially. It's extremely character driven. It's basically about Count Arthur Strong, who's like a really bizarre old dude. He's kind of deluded, to be fair. And yeah, he's one of the great comedy characters of I wouldn't say of the 21st century, because I say it's been around longer than that, but I think he's only become known to screens in this decade at least. So yeah, and the IT Crowd is at number 5, which is Graham Lineham's previous sitcom.
IT Crowd is great. I love the IT Crowd. Such a good show.
It is indeed.
And a bunch of our friends also love the show.
Yeah, I got into it. What got me into it and Count Arthur Strong a long time ago. But yeah.
Yeah. Once I met up with Lee and we literally just watched IT Crowd. Like, that was the first time I saw it. We just watched IT Crowd.
And
we just watched IT Crowd for hours.
Yeah, we watched every episode from the first till I think the first or second in series 4 when he had to leave. But
yeah,
great show.
But it was a great show, incredible.
I think it's even had some success overseas. So
yeah. So if you haven't seen it, like, you can actually watch it for free on 4OD. 4OD, yeah.
Like, the thick of it.
But you gotta make sure you have a TV license.
you don't need one for 4OD. It's commercial. Right, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, oh yeah, they've got adverts, haven't they?
Yeah. But yeah, it's really annoying, the bloody adverts. I hate them so much on Friday.
Yeah, like they make the bloody half-an-hour program last an hour.
Yeah, there's so many adverts. It's unbelievable on Friday. Yeah, okay. Thick of It's at 6.
But yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't seen it.
Yeah. So,
and if you enjoy it, buy the box set so you don't have to watch the adverts.
Yeah. Right, so 6 is Thick of It, written by Armando Iannucci, who's one of my all-time favourite comedy writers. Yeah, Armando, he's easily one of Britain's greatest comedy writers ever. He's worked with Chris Morris on shows like The Day to Day, and Steve Coogan on...
That's a good show.
Yeah.
The Day to Day is incredible.
Steve Coogan on shows like I'm Alan Partridge and Knowing Me, Knowing You with Alan Partridge.
Alan Partridge is a beast.
Yeah.
Such a good...
So yeah, basically Armando is he created it. He created the character together. So.
Oh, did he?
I believe so, yeah. But yeah, it's my favourite thing he ever did was the Armando Iannucci shows, which was on Channel 4, and it's essentially like a sketch show. It's kind of sketches, but there's narrative. It's essentially like a mockumentary, each episode about a different thing, a different social construct, as it were. But yeah, the thick of it, I'm going way off topic. So yeah, the thick of it was essentially an updated Yes Minister, Yes Prime Minister kind of, Yes Minister. And
is that the political one?
Yeah. And
I've heard of that. I've heard of the thick of it.
It's fantastic. It's extremely well written.
Somebody told me about that.
It's a huge satire of the inner workings of government in Britain, and it hosts an entire great array of performers, actors, and characters. Mostly, at least for a while, the main character is Peter Capaldi as Malcolm Tucker, who's, I suppose, a lot of people just call it, a lot of people who don't really watch it know it for the swearing of his character, but it's way better than that. He's probably the best character, though, I give him that. I'm just sort of going around the cycles here, but yeah, I love the thick of it. It's fantastic. It's finished now, sadly. I don't think it was ever officially finished. I think it was eventually just kind of drifted away. But yeah, that was at number 6. So 7 is Gavin and Stacey. Now,
maybe we should speed these up a bit because they're taking a while.
Okay, yeah. So 7 is Gavin and Stacey. It's okay. A lot of people liked it because it's kind of sweet, but they show it a lot on Gold, so it's kind of running its course a bit, I suppose. I like it. Yeah, it's nice. The soundtrack's awful though, mostly. It's got really awful landfill indie soundtrack. Utter shite, like the Kooks, Razor shite, and fucking Scouting for Girls. Can't be doing with that. Okay, so number 8 is Miranda. I remember when the first episode was on BBC Two, and it was just like another kind of BBC Two sitcom I didn't think twice about, but it did really well. It's the kind of the gimmick is, she looks at the camera quite a lot, talks to the camera, and she's it's kind of, I say, she's a 30-something woman who's living a kind of a disastrous life, and it's essentially for people that like Bridget Jones style. I don't know what I'm going to say. I've not seen Raised by Wolves, which is at number 9. Never seen that. Number 10, Outnumbered. When Outnumbered started, it was essentially, the whole idea of the show is it's like normal life, with a difficult life with a family, a deep family. Two sons, one girl, and parents. The first series was essentially so thin on plot, essentially, there was no plot in it. It was largely just occurrences, which I suppose is what life. Then it got way better in series 2, which is probably the best series in my opinion. And then 3 and 4 were really good as well. I don't remember 5 as well. I can only watch it once. But yeah, that's 10. 11 is probably what I put in number 1 or number 2, Peep Show, which has only just finished end of last year. Peep Show is easily one of the greatest sitcoms, one of my favourite sitcoms ever. Set from largely from the perspective of the 2 main characters, flatmates, Jez and Mark. And it features their internal thoughts, is monologue. You hear their thoughts and, every scenario. And it was always a cult show. It never got great reviews, but it lasted a long time. So fair for it to that. And I could really talk about Peep Show forever, but I'll leave it there because we have to hurry up. Number 12 was Black Books. Glenn Ryan's second, second sitcom in between Father Ted and the IT Crowd. Same sort of humor as those shows. Fantastic show. Yeah, I love it. Right, but the other one I was going to put in number 1 or 2 is Green Wing, which is at 13. Now, I love Green Wing. I love it, everything about it, from the fact it's set in a hospital, but none of the storylines are medical based, and the fact that every character is extremely insane, apart from maybe Caroline is which is sort of the centre of it. She's kind of the only sane person in this mad world. Every single, I love it. And I love it, the Lassie kind of camera techniques. Instead of, the soundtrack by Trellis is really great. Probably my favourite comedy show of the last, not just this decade, but of the last few decades. I love it so much. Okay, number 14 is The In-Betweeners.
Yes. How did The In-Betweeners get 14? That should have been higher.
I like it. I do like it. It's funny. It's I don't like. It's a sort of a sitcom I watch, and I hate to be there. I hate to be with these characters. I hate that no one in the show is likable. I swear to God, I hate them all. But I like them. Apart from Neil, but he's a bit stupid. So. Yeah,
nah, man, I love the show. It's such a good show.
I loved it at the time.
So
I loved watching it when I was like 13 or whatever. And I haven't seen it in a while, but I still like it now. If only my teenage life was as adventurous as theirs, because it really isn't. Okay, Bad Education.
I'm just so confused though. Like, how did it get 14? I reckon it should have been way higher.
Yeah, but to be fair, if you look at all the other shows higher than it, it kind of makes sense, because obviously they're all really popular. Apart from Raised by Wolves, I've never heard of it ever. I think actually I heard of it. I've never seen it. Okay, so 15.
I don't know.
15 is Bad Education. Never seen it.
Incredible.
Sorry.
In-Betweeners is incredible.
Neat Mason. Never seen Bad Education, which is 15. 16 is Phoenix Nights. Now, I guess because it's not being repeated, I mentioned this earlier, because Peter Kay doesn't allow it to be repeated, it's kind of been forgotten about a bit. But it's the most northern sitcom I've ever seen. Set in a working man's club with proper northern charm. And it's one of the earlier shows of that kind of style, kind of in the footsteps of the royal family and so forth. One of my favourites on the list, is Phoenix Nights, when Peter Kay was still really good. And that's essentially, I could speak about that for a while because I don't got much to say about the others. So Phoenix Nights was so successful at the time, at least, that it did spin off Max and Paddy's Road to Nowhere, which I think is pretty underrated. I like that show a lot. The only time I've actually seen Phoenix Nights, I believe, is I watched the entire first series, all 6 episodes at once, randomly, start of last year on the 5th of January, whatever the day was, like series 2 of Warchurch began. And then I did the same with the second series a while later. Okay, so 17 is Yonderland, not seen. 18 is 2012/W1A, 2 different sitcoms. One's a sequel to the other. I've not seen those either, but I know 2012 is about the planning of the London 2012 Olympics. 19 is Benidorm. It's all right. It's okay. Mr. Pemberton's in it. Steve Pemberton. I've got his name right. Yeah. Of course I've got his name. But Benidorm, I like it. It's not one I really think about much. No. Yeah, it's all right. Steve Pemberton is really good in it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying now. Yeah, so then 19... That is 19, sorry. 20 is Tech Twists, BBC 4. Never seen. And then that's the list.
Yeah. So I honestly reckon In-Betweeners should have been a lot higher, but I haven't seen most of the shows.
I disagree because I loved a lot of it. I'd still put it higher than 14, but not way higher. Especially
I haven't seen all.
There's loads of great sitcoms from the 21st century missing on this list, man. Such as I've always been really fond of Nathan's Barley, even though I know a lot of people moan about it not being as good as Chris Morris's previous work. I don't give a rat's ass. Of course, it only lasted one season. There's a lot of kind of one-timer sitcoms. I mean, over the decade, that have been neglected here. But in a way, this poll, kind of, I suppose, in a way, in 2004, there was BBC did a huge poll of the 100 best British sitcoms ever. And that being so early into the 20th century, that I think, it kind of, a lot of the highest of the 20th century that were in the list are now in different places in this new poll of public. Mind you, they did ask a lot of people, I believe. I'm trying to remember, if I look at the list, I'll tell you the 20th century ones in this list. Right, so the highest on that list was from the 2000s, would appear to be, let me just do it. My Family, I believe. And My Family wasn't even in this poll of the top 20 of best sitcoms of the 20th century, whereas when the BBC did the poll of the best British sitcoms ever 12 years ago, My Family was voted the best of the 20th century to that point. Followed just behind by The Office. What, sorry?
Your Family?
My Family, sorry. Yeah,
Your Family.
Because I'm reading it. Looking at this.
No, I'm joking.
In 2004, of the 5 years that we've had of the decade so far of the century, My Family was voted the best, followed by The Office just behind, and Phoenix Nights was third at that point. Coupling was fourth, which no one remembers now, but I know a lot of people liked it at the time. Black Books was fifth, and Early Doors was sixth. There was only 6 21st century sitcoms on that list of that poll. Because obviously,
damn, that took a while, man. That took a while. That's taken up tons of time. That took a while. So before we go, let's read some comments, because you put up a Facebook post about this.
In relation to that poll, yeah.
Yeah. You put up a Facebook post about it, didn't you?
Yeah, I was laughing at the fact that they'd even put that at number one, Mrs. Brown's Boys. But let me just find the comments. Yeah, so Stan just agreed that it was awful. Mrs. Brown's Boys epic department juggalo featuring Peter Griffin. And then John, who is I think he's American, said never heard of it. I told him it was shit. And he said, noticed that Britcoms are becoming more and more shit. The UK used to be the best source of sitcoms in his opinion. Very recently it's deteriorated. I kind of agree. We both look picture. My dad said utter shite. He doesn't like Mr. Brown's Boys either. And Jordan said Peep Show should be numbers 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, so a few things to finish off this podcast. New albums coming out soon. By surprise, surprise, American Football are doing their second ever album, 17 years after the first. Except they've also called this one American Football as well. I mean, it's bad timing really, because I could have seen them live in the weekend, but fuck. And then the other, Frank Ocean's put out his latest album. I don't listen to Frank Ocean, but he's all right. And it's called Blonde. I think it's called Blonde. Is it? Oh, no, yeah. Originally it was going to be called Boys Don't Cry, but he changed the name to Blonde. And that's the world. And I'm doing an album, but that's going to take a while.
Yeah. You'll hear about that in the future, so make sure you keep following the podcast so you find out more and more information about that.
I guess.
But yeah.
Okay, yeah, man.
But anyway, that's it. You guys, make sure to follow our Facebook page if you want to get notifications when it's uploaded. You can just go get notifications or whatever, and we'll post on there when the new podcasts are uploaded. And also, that's a blog and a forum. So if you go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/Moonraker Blabbering, we also have a forum where you can review CDs, and we post reviews of CDs, also like any genre at all. And you can even review anything. It's just a really cool forum. You guys should check it out. Yeah, you want to go there.
It's currently starving for reviews, isn't it? There's like full reviews on it ever, so we need to come out.
So yeah, you guys need to check it out. Try and get some more people in there. So the link is tinyurl.com/Moonraker Forum. It's also going to be in the description of the podcast.
Essentially, the actual URL of the website is longer, but we shorten. This is a shorter link. Simply because it's kind of confusing. The actual URL is kind of confusing, so we made a shorter shortcut. We made a shortcut URL, tiny URL.
Yeah, we just made a tiny URL. So yeah, I'll say it one more time: tinyurl.com/Moonraker Forum.
Yeah. We are then.
Thank you for listening, guys.
Thanks for listening. I don't know if I was whittling on it, or probably was when I was. So yeah, that's enjoyable. And there'll be more podcasts like this. So if you like, maybe we'll have some more. Yeah, we know more.
In the future, we're gonna try and get some guests.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have stuff to talk about that we know more about, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
So anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening, and goodbye.
Goodbye.